Your boy. Should I tell our boy? He ain't out shit, that's my motherfucking son.
World star.
He said, "You mean our boy?" Damn, he pressed him. Damn, he pulled out his phone to call a woman. Ooh. Bro, giving him a lot of heat. Oh, cuz. He giving him a lot of heat. Damn, man, he's pressing him, chest bumping him, balling his fist. I've never in my life tolerated any type of masculine femininity. This what you signed up for as a stepdaddy? Stepdaddy. Damn. Oh, they in a barbershop too. Public. A lot of people around. And they got a UFC fight in the background. It's a UFC fight in the background on the TV in the barbershop. You ain't taking him nowhere until you pay some child support. Nigga. Redneck. Spick. Wetback. Child support ain't got nothing to do with you as the stepdaddy. Hey, Keisha, you thought that? Hey, he knew. That's behavior of him knowing the stepdaddy was tissue paper, vagina cotton. Yo, he is pressuring him. In the middle of a well-cooked hamburger sauce. He is pressuring him. Russell you want to be Russell Wilson so bad? Swift want to be Russell Wilson. Swift want to be Russell Wilson. Yeah, he said all that. Be Russell Wilson. Then he called her back. He called Keisha back like, yeah, he took him. I lost, baby. Then he threw the barbershop. Then he threw the barbershop chair, the little baby seat. So, from what I saw, it was a stepdad taking the child out. I hope the stepdad was spending money. Mike, I hope he paid you, Mike. Mike, I hope he paid you. And I hope it was with his own money and not the child support money that the government still gives to you. They just keep his stuff in collections, possibly, or they wait for the right time. That might have, him going viral, might have been that right time. He not only disrespecting the mother, taking the child on camera, it goes viral. You look up names, cross-reference names. So even from a family perspective, this is bad. Going viral, like committing a crime or breaking any type of statutes that may have been upheld in court, definitely exposes you. That's a part of this too. I'm gonna keep playing it back while I talk about it, so I'm not inaccurate at all, or anecdotal, or sus, or being right-winged or left-winged about it. But it says a father is mad because his son's stepdad took him to the barbershop to get a haircut. Both of these dudes are bad examples. And they're kind of what I talk about and talk against on this particular platform. 18 to 44 male, you know what it is. Yeah. He is pressuring him. You want to be Russell Wilson so bad, but nigga, you ain't got to see her. Keisha, that was your thought. That was one of the things I said. Like, it's interesting that this guy was the stepdaddy. He took him to get a haircut. And he took him to get a haircut. That's funny. He took him to get a haircut. But that's what I was saying. Like, if I'm the stepdad, like I'm taking the kid to where I get my haircut. So you mean to tell me that both of these guys get their haircut at the same spot? That's weird, right? That's very weird. That's number one. He's talking to him with way too much comfortability. He's doing this like he's done it before. It is clown work. Both of them are super, super, super clowns. One is masculine-feminine, one is super feminine, right? Like one was raised by a good mother and one was raised by a super ratchet mother. And he's used to seeing her go off like that. Like, I'm not going to speak for all men, but I know for me personally, like, yeah, I'm not wasting that much energy. With men, yeah, that's a lot of wasted energy. And it says a lot about the demeanor of the guy. Like, you do a lot of talking. The stepdaddy, in all accordances, like, once you bumped him the first or second time, like, he could have hit you. And where I'm from, at least, this is clown work, man. But this is the results. Like, the least you could do as the real father or the stepfather is, yo, I hear you. You ain't fucking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your ex. Like, I met the girl. I like the girl. Like, she happens to have a child. That child happens to be yours. That child that is yours happens to be sitting in a seat getting his haircut. I got my haircut. You got your haircut. Why can't he get his haircut? Please, bro. Sit the fuck down. They love me in here. Thank you. Got my little amen corner. That's what we need, though. We need women that are going to sacrifice themselves enough, sacrifice the appetite of what modern National Socialism can offer you, and truly help propel the man to be put in a situation where you can become a beneficiary. It's better that way. I promise you it's better that way. It took a minute for her to believe me, right? But now that she believes me, it's not that bad. It always could get better. But it's like, oh, okay, it's good. There's learning curves about being full-on adults together and all of that stuff, but you deal with that. But these are people that come from people who quit. Yeah, talk your talk, baby. This is coming from households where one person was raising these two young men. There was nobody to keep them in line. The first dude is the prime example of the feminine black man. Can I go? Hunter, 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 Hunter. One band, one sound. Okay? Please, figure it out. So the first man is an example of a black feminine man. This is the man that disgusts women, probably the most, outside of homosexuality that they fake accept. A lot of women are insecure because they also were raised in single parent households. So you're dealing with that dynamic. And his first instance as a black feminine man was to call the woman. That's what women do. When they get into a situation at a bar, at a club, at a restaurant, and their man is not there, what's the first thing they do? Call the man. First thing that happens when the tire blow out, or the tire got a nail in it, or the license plate screw is coming off, or there's a centipede that crawled through the top window across the wall, a spider in front of the balcony, webbed on the little steel handle, like anything. Mind you, this woman's a dog lover. You know what I mean? She doesn't touch many doors in her soft life. So black feminine men literally are like a shot of Jim Beam away from being homosexuals or being men that are truly portrayals of women. There is no way, when there is imminent danger in front of me at a barbershop in a space where there's a bunch of men, I am currently pastoring or shepherding or looking after a young man that I am calling my stepson because I'm the stepdaddy. There is no way I am going to let a man press me to the point of under 3 feet. The moment he steps within that 3 feet barrier, you are going down. There is no time for a person to pick up their phone and all of that. If it's a reasonable situation like this, you're going down. Now there are going to be people, well, what about the kid that sees you violently hitting his father? Maybe that kid needed to see his father being put down so he can see he doesn't have to fear any man. But what's worse? What's worse? The young man growing up with a masco-feminine outlook on things because his father can't control himself, his emotional self, and actually be a man about it, actually be an alpha about it, and talk to homie on the side. Or just sit there and watch his son get a haircut. Have you ever just sat there and watched your kid? Just watch him. I put this girl in her playpen. She starts opening books on her own now. Why? Because I read to her every day. Every day I take the time out to read something to her. Just read to her this book. Great segue. The New World Order. So can I just deviate real quick? I just want to read a page. I just started this book. I haven't processed any of it, but I was about to cry reading this page. Real quick, it'll only take 2 minutes of your time. I'm a very proficient reader. So the people of the world can now determine what those changes are that those in the positions of implementing changes have in store for them. In summary, then, these changes are: the old world is coming to an end. It will be replaced with a new way of doing things. The new world will be called the New World Order. This new structuring will redistribute property from the have nations and will give it to the have not nations. The New World Order will include changes in the family, semicolon. Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents will not be allowed to raise their children. The state will. All women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers. Divorce will become exceedingly easy and monogamous monogamous or monogynous. I don't know. I heard people pronounce it. They must have pronounced it wrong because the way this is spelled is not the way people pronounce it. So I'm going to go check on that pronunciation. But let's say it's monogamous. Exceedingly easy and monogamous marriage will be slowly phased out. The workplace, the government will become the owner of all the factors of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. Religion will be outlawed. Believers will be either eliminated or imprisoned. There will be a new religion, the worship of man in his mind. All will believe in the new religion. The United States will play a major role in bringing it to the world. World wars have been fought to further its aim. Adolf Hitler, the Nazi socialists, supported the goal of the planners. The majority of people will not be readily to accept the New World Order, but will be deceived into accepting it by two strategies. I won't continue. The point of me reading that is the breakdown of the family is what causes this. In the black community, you suck. Yes, I'm saying it. You suck. One of the things her and I talk about, hey, you going somewhere? All right. Well, I'm going to pack my bags too. You going on vacation? You going to Chicago? All right, cool. Make sure you come back. You going on vacation? You going to LA by yourself? Make sure you come back. All right? You going to Las Vegas? Make sure you come back. Right? Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is make sure you come back. Why? Because we have a project. A few projects. Right? But what happens is when people make it so readily available to fucking leave and walk out, you leave women on their own, or you leave men on their own, or you alienate the man because you ain't want that man anyway. He was a revenge tactic because you used to fuck with his friend. Or you ain't want that girl anyway. Right? She was just there in your vulnerable moment. But now y'all have a child together. So instead of keeping the focus to work on the family, you have men and women out here that will do whatever they can to separate themselves from the person that they had a child with. Shame on both sides. These two fucking knuckleheads are the most horrible representation. The black feminine man and the black masco-feminine man. The loudest dude in the room is usually the weakest. Yes, I would definitely like a glass of wine. I appreciate it. You see how people confront on the internet? She bringing me cranberry juice. This is way too familiar. Look, they both knew the barber. Who texted him? Like, you feel me? Like somebody text him. Because there's no way. Nah, they both had haircuts already. Nah. Yeah, I feel you, but his shit is sharp. His shit, he got a super fade, his beard hooked up. He got some bum ass sneakers on. To me, they look like the ASIC Balenciaga, whatever thingies.
I feel like people show out because
The other dude got Jordan 1s on.
I feel like he was showing out because he thought he was gonna have like an agreeable audience. Like audience was gonna agree with him.
This is despicable activity. Clown shit. At its highest level. Fucking black people. We are so hurt. We are so uneducated. And I say we softly. But the percentage of the opposite of what I'm talking about is such a low percentage. They might as well blend in with other cultures and communities. As they do, as they should, as they are. I'm damn near like, we're so quick to fight one another. Instead of, if Keisha's such a thought, and you know that, instead of like, you know what I'm saying, the whole child support dynamic, like, hey, we figure something out. Like, I don't know. Like, that's the cloth I created for myself. I can't say that's the cloth I'm cut from, because if I say that, then you're not healed from how your parents raised you, in my opinion. But the cloth that I have created for myself, we need to sit down as adults and work this out. You need to take accountability for yours. I need to take accountability for mine, and we'll figure it out. That's why in every video I say it's me, it's you, it's us. Because a lot of the things that I'm talking about, it's either me, it's either you, or it's either all of us. But this shit right here, nah, not me at all. Probably not you, and probably not us. Just a select few. You know, it's that old adage of an alcoholic dad had two sons. One son became an alcoholic, one didn't. So I'm sure one of them have other siblings who may act different. One may have a brother that's in jail, and you'd be surprised which one of them it is. And one might, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always this kind of surprise of why the person acts the way they do. But I'm not trying to perpetuate the cycle physically or mentally. But yeah, there's no way that a man is going to talk to a man like that. There's no way. There's no way. No way. This is 2024. Dudes are carrying guns, knives, tasers, whatever else. And unchecked emotions. Some of us have licensed fists. So, yeah, this is not really likely. And the crazy thing to me is I know that if this takes place at a bar and there's drinks inside of them already, the spirit of the spirits is going to cause the violence. So which one is the person's true character? When they have the liquid courage inside of them, or when they're sober? But either way you put it, this is monkey shit. This is monkey shit. This is nigger shit, as they would say with the ER. This is the definition. This is the Bible definition. A very dark, right? A very soft, a very perpetuating, placating manner of manhood. One guy walking away saying, yeah, you know, greater heads prevail. You know, I was the bigger man on some Drake shit. I was the bigger man shit. No, you wasn't. You lost. for the good guys. Lynn, he lost. You lost. You just turned that kid into a button. She know what I mean. You just turned him into a button, homie. Now somebody gonna be able to twist in him and pull out. Now you get my drift? You turn that young man into a button. He's confused. He don't know which behavior to follow. Because that's all, as young men, that's all we do. We live off of finding out how to be a man, how to be strong. That's the beauty of it. Who do I follow here? If I'm the young man in the seat with an unfinished haircut. Hopefully Mike finished. They both knew his name. I'm telling you, if he had to call Keisha to find out if it was law for him to hold it down, stand on business, and make sure that child gets back safe to the person who handed him off to you, if he had to call her to make sure it's okay, we have a problem.
I'm from feminine. Keisha, he's a feminine.
Feminine! Keisha, he's a feminine. You got to get him out of there. You don't need a man. Neither one of them. In this case, problem with Keisha. How are you going to just let your son scroll off with stepdaddy?
No, she went with the real daddy, didn't he?
The real daddy took him out of the barber chair and left. He left the stepdaddy with nothing but air in the baby seat to kick. Because he kicked the barber baby seat off of the barber chair. Keisha, you can pick him, girl.
One extreme to the other.
He said, hold on. Let me call Keisha because I'm the stepdaddy. You mean our son? Stepdaddy! Fuck out of here. Death sentence. Y'all tripping. You got no power, especially in the black community. To be a stepfather to a black woman who didn't have to be a stepfather to a child of a black woman who didn't have a father is career suicide. Crazy. You need to make sure that that father was there every single day of her life. And her baby daddy was just a mishap or a mistake that no one wants to admit out loud. But outside of that, it is a wrap. Ask the men who have been, quote unquote, successfully married stepdaddies. They'll tell you what I am saying is correct. Make sure that woman has a level of structure and discipline in adherence to a man, that she doesn't abhor the voice of a man because all men have failed her up to that point. If you're going to be a stepdaddy, you better make sure you have your 50 questions in detail. What will you do when I take your son out somewhere and he happens to get injured and I decide to take him to the hospital immediately? Then call you. What will you do if we were in the car and an accident occurred, but it wasn't that bad? Would you want me to call you first, or would you want me to handle it with the person and then call you? In most issues, as the stepdad, because I don't have priority, because I'm not the biological dad, what would you like me to do? Call you first or handle it? If you are an alpha male and you're dealing with the woman with some sense of structure and some sense of allegiance to the pathways, guidances, courses, and journeys with a man, she will tell you, you got it. I'm sure you'll figure it out. But if you're a bitch ass, you're going to have to call which escalates the situation. You know why? Because it immediately gives the masco feminine guy control. This is why he was bumping you while you're on the phone. Put the phone down. Stay focused. Stay focused. There's a child right there. You have to protect that child. You have no protectional bones in your body. You need to take a security test. That's maybe what y'all women should demand these stepdaddies to do. Make them take a security test. Make them take the test, the academic test that the police take, that the CIA takes, that the FBI takes, so you can get a gist of how they are in reference to protecting you in this jungle. It's like a jungle sometimes. It make me wonder why they keep from going under. Stepdaddy, you ain't trying to be Russell Wilson. You ain't trying to be Russell Wilson, nigga. He knew you was a punk. He knew you was a bitch. He knew he did this before. He probably popped up on Keisha. I can imagine the first time he met you, he probably like gave you £1 and figured out, oh, this Negro's soft. This is going to be easy. An easy kill. Let him do all the spending. Let him deal with all her BS and just go ahead and slap it from here and there when she need that roughneck peen. You black boys are sorry. You're sorry as hell. You're a sorry excuse. And there'd be a lot of y'all on these goddamn apps. She like it when I talk this spicy. Picante. Yo, y'all, it be y'all that be in the comments talking about, oh, he just an, look, she's shaking and twerking for me. He's just an Amazon driver. Actually, no, I'm not just an Amazon driver. I'm a lot more than that. I'm a sacrificial leader. Okay? I'm a risk taker. I'm an investor. I'm a father. I'm a master trainer. I've helped hundreds of people. And that could be just 100, but it doesn't matter. I still have changed lives. And it's Negroes like you ain't changed no lives. You don't do anything but walk around rah, rah, rah. You're entertainment for other people who are NPCs, non-playable characters in this thing we call life. This is embarrassing. This is sick. This is a very, very small piece and parcel representation of the black community and its ills. But what happens is it gets magnified and highlighted because black people are not even original at times. As much as we've created back in the days, because we've become programmed in this National Socialism effect. And that's a lot of what this book talks about, I'm sure. That's why I bought it. But we're being programmed a certain way. So we're not even creating. We're not even unifying. The simple shit. Simple. Creating, sharing information, pooling money, unifying. You guys fucking suck. And I'm saying this with the total understanding that I'm black and I love being black. But I'm saying this because this is what needs to be said at this point. I've been real soft on this page, trying to get people to like me and shit. But she knows how I feel about us. But I say us softly. I say we softly because it's shit like this. Dumb and fucking dumber. Just stupid. Carrying on in a barbershop. For what? For a dick measuring contest? For what? Y'all both messing with the same chick. Probably. Or you both decided to date the same chick. Right? What is it? She got good head? She got good vagina? She obviously don't got good sense. Because again, I asked the question, how does he know what barbershop I am at? Unless I'm stupid enough to go to the same barbershop that this dude goes to, or I'm weak enough as a man to not make my own choice and decision and take him to the barbershop that his mother wants him to go to. And that's the barbershop that was introduced by the original baby daddy. You Negroes don't think. You copy. You paste. That's why in this space, I'm going to dominate you. When I'm talking like this, I'm going to dominate you. You're horrible. Black men have been horrible for a long time. And yeah, I can go talk about, but y'all want me to stay on point, right?
So I'm going to stay on point. Black men, you have been horrible for a long time. And someone needs to tell you that. This is not the way to get out your energy and emotion. This is not the way to get out your frustration. This is not the way to get out your anger. This is not the way. These two dudes are horrible. They're stupid. They look stupid. They look retarded. You guys are wearing all of these brands. You look exactly like the slaves that used to get their backs branded. But at least they were doing it for a purpose. This is monkey see, monkey do shit. And that's, for me, why he should have put him on his back. You're in my space. You're doing too much. You're not calming down. But again, he's not even assertive enough. He doesn't even have the masculine tools to be assertive enough to calm this dude down. He probably didn't fight him because he had Jordans on. Like, this is how stupid a heavy percentage of black men are. I'm not going to fight him because I got J's on. I have my ones on. That type of shit. Then he go to his section of people and talk about how he was the bigger man. Then his people see this video. You're embarrassing like a motherfucker. You're embarrassing. Both of you. Because you'll never talk to a fucking white man like that. That's why it's about race with me. So you can keep the ad hominem attacks. Black men who get hit by this. You soft as shit too. Because you know I'm telling the truth. There's no poison here. You know it's straight up truth. Y'all pick looking fresh over being firm. Soft as shit. And he knew you was soft. That Russell Wilson comment, I'm a dream about that comment. I'm going to have nightmares about that comment. Why would you say that comment? While you out here acting like the prototypical Future. You know he talk that stick talk, that stick talk. You know I swing it, knock your whole head off. Y'all stupid. Stupid. When the last time y'all put that energy in reading a book so you can learn a skill, so you can articulate and communicate better? This is what I mean by you guys don't have the masculine skills. You don't have the discernment to understand when is a time to fight. Ecclesiastes 3, there's a time for peace and a time for war. That was a time for peace. God put both of y'all in that situation so you can have a time of unity and peace. So your son can see the unity and peace. Now he's going to grow up thinking that every other black man that he sees is his adversary and his opponent because of you two motherfuckers. Ladies, cover your ears, please. It's embarrassing. Can't cry no more about it. Can't be silent no more about it. Got people on the internet thinking I'm racist because I'm critical of everybody. But I'm going to be super critical on you motherfuckers because it's sickening. There's two things I know for sure right now with the black man. I can always find a competitor. If I want somebody to play with one-on-one and anything, I can always find a black man to do it. He will always go against me. He will never say, nah, bro, I'd rather be on your team. She love when I talk like this and make that. Second thing I know for sure, when it comes to black men with black men, you don't even understand that what they would deem black on black crime, it's friendly fire. You nimwits. You shoot and kill me, you don't have help. You lose a warrior, a very intelligent warrior. Someone that's able to play all types of sport, athletic, strong. Someone that can lift a lot of weight. Someone that can squat a lot of weight. Someone that can run long distances. Someone that's precise. Someone that knows about archery, axe throwing. Someone that's killed and ate a deer before. Someone that can maneuver in white circles, maneuver in Latin circles. But at the end of the day, you kill me, you have no help. You have no help. And instead of looking at this stepdaddy, as an opportunity for an alliance, you look at him as an enemy. I am telling you guys, this is not racist. If he was white, they wouldn't do that. There's something about that white, angelic, pure face to these young, uneducated, riotous black men. They will not do it. They will not do it. And if I'm wrong, prove it to me. Post articles, something. Prove it. But y'all will not do it. Y'all will not do it. It's very, very, very crabs in the barrel. It's very, very shrimp and tempura. Roaches of the sea type shit. And I just want you to know I'm paying no expense. I am talking specifically to black men, 18 to 44 on this one, who act like these two. Feminine and masco-feminine. Because you didn't want the responsibility in the first place. You playing the card. You just playing the card. You playing the stepdaddy. So you can keep hitting that vagina. Because there's no other vagina out there that's going to give you time of day. So you go to the most vulnerable people in the market, the penny stocks. And I don't mean that in a derogatory manner to single mothers, but you have to understand no matter what position you in, unless you're super rich and Ebony K. Williams type of ish, and you can go and decide to do it when you want to do it, how you want to do it. If you ain't in that type of situation, then at the end of the day, and you know you can use help or you really, really desire and need help, yes, you will be in the penny stock arena because there are men, super feminine men. It don't take much. They could just be a little bit cute, have a little bit of money that they're willing to spend on you. They don't have a kid. They don't have any responsibilities but you. It makes it a lot easier in the transition of the transaction. So y'all got to quit picante. Y'all got to quit. This Negro coming in there, chest bumping, talking about what he gonna do, talking about if she don't answer or say the right thing, what he gonna do to her too. Bars. But it's like, what do you get out of all of that? Then when she start bringing up the child support, because Keisha just seem and sound like she going with the waves too. She got manipulated by this dude who could overtalk her, overscream her, but he frustrated too. If he crashing out over something that's already his, that's already your child by default. When I walk into the motherfucking building and that's the stepdaddy, when you see me, you already know. I get the final call. It don't matter where we at. It don't matter if you brought him or if I'm taking him. I'm the father. So in that regard, yes, he's correct. And that's what you have to understand as the stepdaddy. But outside of that, this is trash, man. It's me. It's you. It's us. Never be a stepdaddy.